Amy Medford with Medford Knife and Tool. A shout out to Magnum Shooting Center there in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Dan Yeager is the contact there. They're one of our newest resellers. You can look at their website. It's magnumshootingcenter.com, all spelled out, lowercase, no spaces. Telephone number is 719-487-3193. They do have a brick and mortar location at 13372 Meadowgrass Drive. That makes me want to go there. I like the name of the street address. Again, Magnum Shooting Center. They're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Let's talk about the knives headed their way. The knives are facing towards the camera so you guys can get a really good glimpse of them from your perspective. Starting from the smallest knife here, we have the Der Hund. This is originally on the website as the Hunden, and when Greg went to the show in Germany, they pointed out Hunden is the plural of hound. So we changed it to Der Hund, which is the singular version of the hound, the dog, which is what this, I'm sure, reminded Greg of, just the same way he came up with the name Panzer. This knife here has a Tumbled S35VN blade, PVD handle and spring, and tumbled clip. Just a really nice, sporty, small carry. It's got the slim stock, like the Slim Midi Marauder. So if you want to compare stock, the Slim Midi and the Hund are the thinnest stock of any knife that we offer as of yet. So that's the Slim Midi Marauder and the Hund. The next up inside is the Panzer. Boy, this little guy, I gotta tell you, the first year that we had this knife, we were not sure about it. You know, it wasn't ordered very readily, but people didn't get their hands on it. They didn't get a chance to feel it and have it in person. And once it was out there and available, I gotta tell you, it's one of those knives where I hear repeatedly, I just gotta have it. And with this sculpting, I'm sorry, with the faced and flaming on it, the Starry Night, the bouquet of roses, whatever you want to call it, it is fantastic. It's been faced and flamed, and it's brilliant. It pulls out the colors. It adds a little bit of sophistication and class to this otherwise chunky pig of a knife. Gotta love it. The Panzer obviously comes from the name from the Panzer tank, just like the Sherman that we have now since discontinued. It does have a thumb stud on it. It's one of the few knives where we can't make it a full left-hand configuration, but if we put the thumb stud placed on the other side of the knife, you can at least deploy it with your left hand. So there's the Panzer. That's the next in size up. And then I would say of the kind of mid-sized of the Praetorian, of the Medford knife collection, we have the Swift, the Praetorian Swift. This was originally offered in the Suicide for the Centurion members. The button lock, as you can see, makes it so that you can't deploy it. It can't be moved in either the locked position or in the folded position. So what a nice option this is for our lineup now at Medford Knife and Tool. It is an aluminum chassis. Right now it is offered only in aluminum green handles. I'm sure that at some point in the future we'll offer it in the other colors that we have, the Smooth Criminal, which is black, blue, red. I'm working on it, folks. All in good time. Again, the Slim Midi, it's about the same size of overall length as the Swift, a little bit longer, which is, I would say, across the board, the same with all of our Marauder knives. The full-size Marauder H and the Praetorian, the same thing. A little bit longer, but a little bit leaner. And in this one, you see the Swift and the Midi, Slim Midi are also very lean. If you were to see a full-size Genesis, for example, it would have a wider handle. All right, that's the mid-size. Now we start getting into some of our full-sized knives that we have that you guys know to come and love our knives for. Sorry, I'm still sick, everybody. I'm not speaking clearly. The 187 drop point, originally offered only in G10 as our 187 flipper and original RMP and Tonto. This is our deployment series. The cost of this knife is fantastic considering the amount of knife you get. The 187 drop point, this one in particular, comes with flamed hardware. It just adds a nice little punch to it. 187 drop point in all titanium. And the USMC Fighter Flipper here, again, this knife has just exploded on the market. It is loved by just about everybody out there. It's the favorite of so many people now that I speak with them on the phone. I talk with resellers and distributors alike. Again, it's faced and flamed. The spacer is aluminum that has been black coated. The pommel on this is straight up tumbled. And this will only be available for future purchasing for just as a PVD. We are not offering that in NP3. So if you do ever see a silver pommel on the USMC Fighter Flipper, most likely it has been tumbled. And because it is titanium, that is copacetic. Faced and flamed on the clip, faced and flamed on the handle, blue anodized on the spring. And then last but certainly not least, Magnum has a single EOD. This is the tool for the Marine Corps. The USMC, you see the EGA on there, you see the EOD stamped on, and it does have a 3 stamped on. It's a 3V blade steel, PVD coated. It has a titanium hammer plate. Just a fantastic tool if you need it in the field for whatever purpose. It's got a carabiner hole, it's got the screwdriver, it has the sharpened edge that stops here so that you can use the blunt edge for probing. I mean, it's just the saw teeth on the back. It's fantastic. And you will start to see on our fixed blade sheaths this little MKT little bracket plate that goes fastened into the screws. If it is for the Marine Corps and you have a procurement order coming through, you'll see the USMC made specifically for the Marines. Tech lock belt clasp on every single sheath that is hand formed to the knives that we make here. All right, still under the weather, functioning at about an 85% level, so I apologize for any flubs on camera, but that's what you get when we fly live here at Medford Knife and Tool. I really appreciate all you guys watching. Thank you to Magnum Shooting Center and Dan Yeager, and until the next time, I'm out.